Hey everybody, today I wanted to share with you guys what I think is the best Ninja Defuse class here in Modern Warfare 3. There's a couple things that aren't on the screen that I want to talk about that make a huge difference with whether or not you're successful Ninja Defusing, but if you just want to see the class, it's right here on the screen for you. The first thing I kind of want to address is changing your operator based on the map you're playing. This is something that makes a huge difference and helps a ton, but is very difficult to accomplish these days, with Call of Duty really only giving you 15 seconds in between matches to change stuff. So it can be very difficult to successfully change your operator based on the map. And it is a little bit nerdy. I feel like it is trying a little bit too hard, but if you really want to give yourself the best opportunity to Ninja Defuse, matching your operator with the map you're playing on can help a ton. If you don't really understand what I'm saying, basically, I mean, if you're playing on Wasteland, use a ghillie suit, right? If you're playing on Derail that's like really snowy, use an operator that's got like an all white uniform on, right? Like it's easier to blend in and hide and look like part of the map if you're matching your operator colors to the map colors. So that's just one thing that's extremely useful if you're able to successfully do so. When it comes to your weapons, I highly recommend SMG as the primary, just because you want something that's really small. You don't want a massive weapon that's sticking out while you're laying down trying to hide in a bush. And same reason for the melee is your secondary. Having the knife, not only it's, you can't really see it, but you want to be quiet. You don't want to have to shoot your weapon if somebody ends up finding you or running over top of you. It's nice to be able to just hit them with the knife really quick. You don't make a lot of noise, and you can kind of really get back into your spot if you're hiding. So SMG, it doesn't matter which one you're running, whichever one you're more comfortable with. The only thing I would say is put a silencer on your SMG if you end up, worst case scenario, having to use it. When it comes to tactical and lethal, I always recommend flash grenades, and I have in the past Call of Duties. You can use stuns, but one thing I notice when I use flash is if somebody plants the bomb, a really easy way to get the defuse is by just throwing a flash at whoever planted it. Because most of the time when you get flash in the game and you can't see anything, you immediately just start running and diving and sprinting and trying to find a hiding spot, which gives you plenty of time to just sneak the defuse while they're just completely disoriented. If you hit the stun, it keeps them from moving, but if they're looking at you, they can still see, so they can still take you out if you're trying to be sneaky. So I think the flash is the best way to go. With the lethals, you want to use the throwing knife, obviously a quiet weapon. If you're one of those people that likes taking out the planter before defusing, you can just hit them with a throwing knife, or, if somebody just runs over top of you, you can hit them with the knife really quick, and it's quiet. The field upgrade is very important. This is going to give you way more Ninja Defuse spots in the game, and that is the tactical camera. I'm so glad they brought this back in this game. This is such a fun thing to use, even if you're not Ninja Defusing. If you're just trying to have some fun on the game, use the tactical camera. It's a great field upgrade. You get it a lot. And like I said, you can put this down in the bushes overwatching a bomb, and you can really just Ninja Defuse from far away. All you have to do is pull out that camera, and the percentage on these things lasts a good while. So you can pretty much use this thing for an entire round. So use the tactical camera. It's really, really nice, really useful. And in all my Ninja Defuse videos for the maps, we'll kind of show you some different spots that you can use using this thing. When it comes to your perks, the first perk we're using is Scavenger. There's really not any other useful perks in the first perk slot. I like using Scavenger because it replenishes your throwing knives. So if you end up having to use your throwing knife and you hit somebody with it, if you run over their body, obviously you'll get another throwing knife. So that's kind of a useful little thing. But again, not many other options in the first perk slot. Second perk slot is super obvious. You need to run the covert sneakers so that you're quiet. It's basically ninja. I mean, there's really no debate. You need to have the covert sneakers on. And in your third perk, I'm using the hijacked IFF strobe. So what that's going to do is keep you from being seen from thermals. It also helps you with a couple other things here. I'll click on it so that we can see exactly what it does. But I think the most useful thing here is from the thermal optics. You guys can also see it doesn't highlight in enemy tactical cameras or recon drones, which generally you don't have to worry about in search and destroy. But a lot of times you'll get guys with snipers using thermal optics, and even the AI targeting systems, it helps from being spotted from. So super nice perk here. There's not really any other options that I think are useful in the third perk slot. So I think hijacked IFF strobe is probably the best way to go. You can also run the tac mask. You can also use the one that prevents you from getting hit from grenades, EOD padding, so that if somebody launches a random nade toward the bomb, it doesn't take you out immediately. Either or, these are just some options that you can run as the third perk slot. But this is the class that you want to run if you're trying to get some good Ninja Defuses in S&D here in the new MW3. If you guys have any other recommendations, anything that you've used that maybe you found useful, make sure to drop it in the comments. I'm open to see what you guys are doing if you don't already have this class set up. But yeah, hopefully this helps some of you guys out. I appreciate you watching the video, and we'll see you in the next one.